Hey everybody, Justin here from Feldman Physical Therapy and Performance, and I wanted to give you a little video update to go with this week's blog. So if you haven't read this week's blog, definitely get on there and check that out. We'll throw a link in the notes here under the video in the comment section, so you can head right on over there and read that. But we're going to talk real quick this week about how we came to our decision to switch to 100% telehealth visits during this time, and how well we think it's been going so far. You know, we're into this almost 4 weeks now, and I think when this happened, no one really knew how long we'd be doing this for. There was a lot of fear of the unknown, and so as we told everyone that we were switching to telehealth, a lot of people were curious as to how we came upon that decision, and I thought now would be a good time to discuss it a little bit. I know that as the different regulations came down about who was allowed to be open and not allowed to be open, and I know the government used the term essential, but I don't really like that term because I think everybody's essential in their own way. It's just a matter of whether or not you're essential right now to the cause of keeping this disease from spreading, along with the idea of whether or not you can do your job remotely or without being face-to-face with another person. And that's where we thought that we can be incredibly effective with the tools that we have available to us via telehealth and remote virtual visits, that we don't need to be face-to-face right now. Legally, according to the state and the different entities that make the rules, we are allowed to be open. We're allowed to be seeing people face-to-face. We just think for your health and our health and everybody's safety, that because this can be so effective, that this is the best tool for us to be doing right now, and that it's the most appropriate for the time. We'll definitely keep reevaluating it and checking to see when we think it appears to be appropriate for us to go ahead and get back into the office. But we want you to know that we're doing this in order to keep everybody healthy, as well as do our part for the greater good of the whole community and cut down on the speed that this thing seems to be spreading around. And right now, as we record this, it appears that from some of the latest data, things are starting to slow down and potentially plateau, I think is the term that they used, and that's great. That's really, really good to hear. And so we want to keep going and keep doing what we're doing. And we've really enjoyed these telehealth visits. We love being invited into everybody's home. I love meeting everyone's pets. And I know on my end, and John and Ashley have expressed the same thing, there's a bunch of patients who have decided they think going forward after this, they're gonna stick with the telehealth option. And I can't blame them. We're able to come into your house on a semi-regular basis. We can use the things you have available to you, and you're right there in the comfort of your own home. And sometimes, we had somebody who had some knee pain going on, some difficulty going up and down stairs, and it was great because we were able to actually see what their stairs looked like, figure out different strategies that they could use in their own home. And that's something, if we were in the clinic, we'd kind of be guessing. We wouldn't be able to do it quite as effectively as we did there. So it's definitely a unique tool and something that's going to stick around. It's not something that's going to disappear when all of this goes away. We've been doing it for, I think we figured out 4 or 5 years now. And I think it's just something that's going to keep growing in popularity. And so we're happy to be able to offer it to you. And we look forward to continuing to see everybody. And we are definitely excited to get back into the clinic. And we know that you guys are excited to get back in there as well. So as soon as we think it's safe, it's definitely something that we will do when we'll get back in there. But until then, thanks so much for all your trust in the telehealth space. And we look forward to continuing to see everybody on a regular basis.